Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This movie came out in 2021, and everybody watched this movie. But I have to say, I have to upload this on this video on this channel because I watched it last night, and I'm gonna tell you why I watched it. I know it's the craziest thing. That AT&T woman, you know, the one that I think she's the AT&T woman. Uh, I think she's hot. She's got the cutest little face, man. Anyway, uh, she she's in this movie, and I remember on my YouTube it shows a part where she's she this guy, he's a sheriff, he's a forest ranger, he plays this jukebox. She goes, oh, I love this song, and I got it on my YouTube where it shows her dancing and she's dancing, so she's got a cute face. Anyway, she's cute as a button to me. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna watch this movie, and it's called Werewolves Within. A forest ranger and a postal worker must keep the peace within a snowstorm trap, feuding small towners in a small place. It's just in a small place, but it's horror and suspense, and it's this creature begins to terrorize them and stuff. This movie was so funny. I mean, I was literally last night laughing. I was laughing, and I was like, this movie is really good. I was like, wow, no wonder a lot of people like this movie, you know. But there were some funny moments in this movie. I mean, the way they were laughing, the remarks they making, and the cracks, their wise cracks, and all that kind of stuff. Man, it just shocked me how good this was. It just shocked me how good this was. I mean, it just you know it. Uh, Sam Richardson stars in it, and Milana Weintraub. That's that girl, man, that played that eight. She got that real cute face. And anyway, I just wanted to drop this video because I watched it last night, and this movie came out in 2021. And I remember I was like, what's the big deal about this? Man, I ain't watching that. And I remember I always used to say, it does intrigue me, but that Milena Weintraub is her name, that the A&T chick. On YouTube it always shows her. It's got a skit where it got the ranger hits this jukebox and she goes, "Oh, I love this song," and then she does her little dance and she does it comes in there and I was like, oh, maybe I need to check this movie out. I know you guys seen that clip, but anyway, I think she's cute as a button. I ain't say hot. I just think she's cute. I'm talking about cute and bubbly. She's got the perfect little look. Anyway, she made all them AT&T commercials. I believe it's AT&T. Yeah. Anyway, a forest ranger and a postal worker must keep the peace when a snowstorm traps feuding small towners in a local inn. To make matters worse, a strange creature has begun terrorizing the community. And it has a tense situation and mystery. This is horror, suspense, ominous, and terrifying. Now, if y'all have never watched this movie, which I know most of you already have, it's very funny. It's very entertaining. Here's the thing. I have a very short attention span. So what I mean by that is, like, if you don't hook me right away, then I ain't watching it. I ain't into it. I'm gonna flip it off. It's just as simple as that. I gotta flip it off because nope, ain't feeling it, can't do it. I had somebody ask me the other day, and to this day I don't get it. Somebody asked, the dude walked up to me, you know, he's in his late 30s, and I'm in my 60s. He says, hey, because he knows I talk to his buddy about movies. And he's in the movies. He said, hey, he says, you like The Boys? And I was like, man, I tried to like The Boys. And he said, what? I said, yeah. I said, you would think from talking to Ryan, which him and Ryan works together, because Ryan's 39, he's 36 or 37, and I'm 64. And I was like, yeah, man, you would think I would like that movie. I said, you know, the way I talk about movies and stuff. He goes, wow. He said, I can't believe you don't like it. I said, yeah, my son that lives, you know, he lives like about a couple hours away. I said, he asked me how come I didn't like The Boys, and I told him I just couldn't. It didn't hook me. I said, he said, yeah, man. He used the word hook. He said, man, he said, maybe you need to watch the first 3 episodes. Said, yeah, man, I tried to watch that first episode and it didn't hook me. So anyway, back to this. This hooked me right away. It hooked me right away. It was entertaining. It was funny. It was well played out. See, this is how you make movies. You don't have to. This movie couldn't have cost that much money. Because, one, the actors are not that big. They're big, but not super big. And this is how you make movies. You make movies with people that is good actors, subpar actors, but probably the budget for this was not that much. They probably used this area to make the movie, and it was set in a certain area. But it's just the way they made the movie. It was just freaking funny. I mean, it was like, I don't know, maybe 12 something at night. 'Cause I'm usually like, but I wasn't last night. 'Cause I was like, I'm on vacation, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch this movie. But no, I'm gonna fall asleep though, and I didn't. So, but I was sitting there though. When you're watching this movie, you're sitting there saying to yourself, "Who is the werewolf?" Because they're always like, "Man, ain't no such thing as a werewolf." They thought they kept saying it was one of them, and each person had their own little. Everybody in this movie, it was so funny. I laughed so hard. It was this big white dude, man. Everybody was scared of. He ended up coming at the end of the day, kind of like saving this forest guy. This forest guy, man, he was he was funny, man. That brother, man, he's funny. I like his comedic. But Milena Weintraub, man, I like her too, man. That's crazy. That chick. She started on YouTube, they said, and then she got those AT&T commercials where she got big off that. But she ended up being the werewolf, by the way. And as I'm watching this movie last night, I'm sitting there going, well, who's doing all this killing? Because you're sitting there and you're watching who's doing all this killing. You don't know who's doing all this killing, but everybody, because at one point they were all locked in this inn, so they was like, here's another one. The black guy, which is the brother, I call him the brother, which is the forest ranger, he said we all be in one area, and numbers being a group is much stronger. Instead of doing, hey, why don't you go that way and then you go over that way and then we'll meet over here. No, we ain't doing no such thing. If I was in that situation, look, man, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm not going nowhere. We all going at the same time. Whatever this thing is, it's gonna have a hard time taking us all out. Ain't none of that, you two go over there, and then you two go down here, and then you two go over there, and then we'll meet right here. Ain't no such thing. Why don't we all go down here, turn around, go down there, turn around, and go over here, and then go over there, together. I can't stand that. So they didn't do that. They was in this inn. But at the same time, they had this doctor in there was trying to figure out who this thing was, because she was like this woman looking at these sample hairs and stuff. But then they all bundled up inside this inn, but this thing still kept killing, attacking them. So they all decided to go back. They had enough of it, because they were all bickering back and forth and stuff. Because you had this guy who was trying to run a pipeline through there, so they didn't like him. And then you had this couple that was in there, and they was bickering. And you had this other, these characters were so funny. But anyway, I'm watching this movie, so I'm sitting there into the movie, but at the same time, I'm trying to find out who this werewolf was. I had no clue until the end, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me, it's her. It was her the whole time. This is a extremely well-made, just good, all-out, I love movies like this. I really do. I'm surprised that it took me this long to watch this movie. And I just got tired of looking at that Milena Weintraub doing that little skit on YouTube where everybody's got her doing that little dance called I Saw the Light and I opened up my whatever the thing is. But anyway, I used to play that song, by the way. But anyway, I kept watching that. Like I said, I'm gonna watch that movie. And I finally, it came across my Prime, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it tonight. So I'm like, I ain't gonna watch it because I'm gonna fall asleep. Because usually I fall asleep. One, it's because I'm tired. Two, it's because if you don't hook me right away, I ain't gonna watch it. I'm gonna be out. So what I do is, if I don't get hooked, then I watch it the next day, and then I'm like, can't get into it. The next day I was like, 3 days? Nope, you're out. Ain't into it. But anyway, God bless, take care. But yeah, Werewolves Within. It was so funny. So funny. I enjoyed it. If you didn't watch it, check it out.